Hi all, an update on the new facility. Clearly it's not quite ready.
We were a little bit, what were we?
Well, our original plans were...
To open on the 8th of January.
But our original plans were to just get this wall done down here. That was just a facing and not do anything inside, so that we could get the gym going very quickly. However, our builder thought that we could do it, but then when we consulted with the plasterer and the other tradesmen, the electricians, it made it very difficult to do that
As a standalone
thing. So we had to add in doing all of it, the electrical, the air conditioning in the offices, all of the plastering, and finish the building inside. So that has taken a lot longer. However, we have fans live on our walls. We have painted walls, and we have this very fun scaffolding that we're sitting on. You can't see how white our knuckles are holding on. So the plasterers have just finished today on a Sunday, which we're very grateful for. And now the professional painters step in.
Professional scraper turned painter.
Yes. So we had a little other hiccup, was the cost of poor advice from the painting advice.
Stop moving.
And they recommended us the wrong paint to be putting on this type of concrete. So the paint in the offices is flaking off when you breathe on it.
You look at it.
Look at it
Funny, and it falls off. It's great. But most of that's been done now, so we can get on to finishing painting, and then...
Most of it's been scraped off.
Yep.
We'd scraped it.
And then it's clean up, flooring, new gear. We've got some fun new toys arrived in this other part here. And we are very, very excited to get it done. We're also very, very tired because we haven't stopped since the 15th of December.
However, we thank everybody for their patience in returning to training, and we understand that it may be frustrating, and you're not the only ones who have been frustrated at this. If you have felt frustration, I think my field of grey has gotten more grey, and
apparently mine has too. I had a client
you
come
can
and
actually
visit
see
me.
greys on Jade's head.
Came and visit me, which I thought was lovely, and she was like, "Oh, see, that's dust."
Oh, look at that! Oh no!
And she's
that's
like,
the dust.
And she's like, "Oh, it's dust. Oh, it's not dust." I'm like, "Yeah, well."
But now it is plaster dust there.
Now I look like
Cruella. And so we have a little sneak peek look at that in there. That other room is full of new equipment, and we look forward to playing with you in our new space very soon. So thank you for all of the well wishes and continued support while we get this place ready. And we apologise if you've had any frustration in us doing so many delays. Hopefully this is the last delay, because now the finishing touches is all up to Jade and I. So we're painting and we're flooring and then building the equipment, and that's what needs to be done over the coming, I don't know how long. How big is this wall, everybody? 3 coats on that puppy. So we're not going to set a date this time. We're just going to get it done as fast as we can, and we will be in contact when we're ready to play.
Because we've had people from the very beginning in our garage at home, and they remember the motorbike was in there,
yes,
the door in, and they've been with us from...
With the pulleys from the roof.
They're like, "Oh, I don't want to pull on that, even to pull your roof off." So we want this to open and it to be... doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but we don't want you to be coming in and putting plaster dust all over yourself either. So,
and training around this scaffolding. So yeah, we want it to be ready. We're not going for perfect, but we want it to be ready. And we learned our lesson with painting the walls before the builder had finished, and now we have chunks of paint out of our beautiful white walls, and so we have to do more coats. And that's another thing, we were trying to make it happen faster, and you end up just making things have to double do them and so on. So we're just allowing the trades to get their things done, and then we can step in and do our painting and finish things off. So that's where we're at.
That's where we're at.
So one final thank you. thank you. And we will be in touch when we're ready to book in those sessions, hopefully very soon.
Yes, very soon.
Depends if I can get out of bed to start painting. Starting a little bit late today on Sunday.
One of the things with doing this though, and we've had some clients say, but I've gotten fat since I haven't been to see you. It's like you have to work around what's going on in your world, and I started to fall into this trap. Next door is a great store, it's Ballerine Whole Foods, and they have these little gluten-free treats. And so every day, for about 4 days in a row,
Raw balls,
I was going in there and getting these raw balls, and it started to become this habit. And I'm like, that's not...
It's 11 o'clock time
It's
for my
11
raw
o'clock.
ball and coffee.
Yeah, and it's these habits, and if you don't catch your habits, then they just become so ingrained, and it's like, but it's healthy, but you can't be eating that stuff every day. So I reined myself in the last couple of weeks. One of the things downstairs is that I've got a bit of an oversized workspace kitchen, which is in here, so that I can still get my food all organised whilst at work, and it'll be a pretty cool space where I'll be taking people in there as well. So that's a little sneak preview, and totally noticed that I started to fall off that preparation because I was so busy. But as soon as we got back on board, our energy levels just went through the roof again, because we weren't jumping to
From
the
snack
balls
to
for
snack.
energy. It was like, I've got some real food going on. So the lessons that I teach really came into play in the last little while too. So if you find yourself slipping off habits, people that, like, we talk about their habits all the time when they come in and see me, let this be a reminder to you to get back on that as well.
So until we see you in here playing, check your habits, assess them, and ask yourself the question, would Riss or Jade say,
Approved.
is it Riss and Jade approved that I'm doing this? But also secondly, if you've been couch surfing and not doing anything else, start prepping your bodies. Get those split squats back in, get your couch stretches, get those bums stretched out, make sure those adductors are in tune, because when you come back to training, it'll be a shock if you haven't been moving your body at all. So just give yourself, even set a timer for 5 minutes and just do some movements and start getting that body warmed up and ready to go.
Definitely.
And check the email from last week that has the split squat videos in it. Go to the Healthy Society YouTube, you know where it is. Check out some exercises. If your shoulders are feeling a bit stiff, get on them.
I tell you, all of this physical activity though has made me appreciate exercise even more. Even more so I have to do exercises, because I can't keep on thrashing my body with all of the painting and bits and pieces without taking care of it as well. And I look at some of the tradie boys, and I'm just like, guys, you're going to be ruined by the time you're like my age, because of the way they move, but then they have to move their body that way. It's like, so it's really, really important, even if you are active, to do the exercises that keep you nice and balanced as well.
As I tell you, scraping paint off concrete walls is not a balanced workout. You do that for 3 hours and you're sweating bullets, your shoulders are on fire, but you've done no posterior chain. So the next day we were both just like, Oh my
feel
God.
like that now.
I still feel like that now. We need to open up. We need to get those bodies opened up and do the opposite of what we've been doing for so long. So think about it. If you've been sitting on the couch, you're in a closed body position, you need to open that body up, warm it up, do the opposite of what you've been doing so much over this break, and get yourselves ready.
And we'll see you all soon.
Bye.